No contention in Banana. Into a 4 versus 2. Fours at least are getting damage done. They've got 2 kills on the board despite being mowed apart in Banana. They're running through Molotov as well up against the MP9. So I think it's still a decent enough round for them. But they did overinvest on Jerry and XZ Power. So they'll feel a little bit of a hit coming into the next round. Almazer's got a FAMAS to work with, and he's closing in on the A-bomb side. With 50 seconds left, he's got plenty of time, so he can take it slow. Doesn't have to worry too much. But even slowly, he will be torn apart in the end. And leaving things over to 2-0. A decent start for Izako. Boars develops. As a full buy comes in from Forze eventually, though. On the back of getting the bomb plant, they weren't in all too terrible of a position economically. But like I said, overinvesting a little bit coming into that round, so they are lacking utility. They're certainly going to feel a little bit of a pinch because of that. Nade goes down towards bottom mid, but it's all about Banana. Again, the Molotovs are going to be deployed, and Nade onto Flit should be connected soon, but not going to be thrown. There it is, eventually coming through. Flit's left that position, though, so only suffers like 3 damage or something. Something in that ballpark. Izako Boars give up control of Banana. They're playing passive, and they're giving Forze room to work with, and that may not be the wisest of choices. When you give Forze room, they tear you apart. They take as much as they can get, but with 3 players over towards B, this defense should be fairly well stacked. Forze are going to try to make that push happen with, again, very limited utility. It's only XZ Power with a smoke. Everybody else is completely lacking. They've got to save that smoke for the cross, meaning that the peaks towards the bomb site have to come through. Or raw. Oh, the smoke's a little bit late blooming, so Jerry walks straight into the open, very easily connected onto him. XZ Power not able to hit it with the AWP, and just like that, a 2-piece for Nixic. Oh, he's at least going to be taken down in the end. But he had found 2 kills, which leaves them now in the 4 versus 1. Face crack 20 HP. He gets another onto the low HP Navrod, but again, dealt with fairly soon afterwards. And Forze with a very poor push. Now they've got no money to invest into this round. They should save over most of their cash. Pistols armor at best. And then get a decent full buy with utility coming out that time. At least they're falling behind on the terrorist side, so it's not the worst in the world. Being as it's Inferno, you want to see them finish around 6 rounds or so. But at the moment, this is certainly looking good for Izako Boars as they start to snowball a little bit. So Neek's losing the weapon means that they do have to reinvest, but he decides to take out an AWP. Surprised Navrat's not demanding that it makes its way over into his hands. I haven't seen Izako Boars since they took Neeks on, actually. I think I've maybe seen 1 game from them, so I'm curious as to how he'll do with the AWP. I'm not too familiar with him as a player. The rest of the team, though, obviously, Maddie or Maddie B, as he used to go by, now Maddie B 123. He likes things that rhyme. Patatek, Tasic, Navrot, these guys have been together quite a while. And so if you've ever watched Izako Boars before, you're certainly going to be familiar with them. Towards the bomb site, Patatek is holding down in pit, and he's going to have to do a lot of work as his teammate gets taken down. Damage is connected, but ultimately Flit comes out on top in that engagement with the smoke going down over towards CT. This should allow them to get the bomb onto the site. It's down in the open in pit, which is the only problem for them right now. But the CTs have to rely on spamming through, and they don't feel too confident in that regard. Bomb plant should be secured. Tesic is thinking about coming in through the apartments, but he wants to wait for his teammates to maneuver over. Excuse me, maneuver over towards short so they can push this together. Flash down on long to at least fake out some presence there. Neeks gets lit down super low, but Tessic, the only player full HP, comes out on top of that engagement with Jerry being pretty low as well. It's all on XE Power. He's got to be the one to close this out. Finds one. Low HP on Navrod. He's eliminated. And now Neeks with an AWP. Does he save? I think he does. With so little time, and sure, he has a kit to play with, but limited opportunities. He's being hunted down very aggressively. They know he's got a weapon worth saving. Oh, and they're going to come around this corner any second now. If Jerry goes down, and we already saw the other player, XZ Power, die to the bomb. So 3-1. Forze walk away with a round win, but no weapons. So with no weapons carried forward, Forze now do run the risk of being put into a pretty difficult economic situation coming into the next round. Really, when you get around on the board, you want to be able to connect consecutive, but even as I'm talking, 2 players have already fallen for Forze, putting it into a 3 versus 5. Izako, Boars definitely coming ahead early on here on Inferno, and now Forze are on the back foot trying to make this work. You see, if they don't win this round, they're going to be left over onto a pretty weak bye. If at all. I imagine just a few pistols would make their way into the T's hands. And so Izako Boars have found themselves definitely the opportunity to double down on this half and find themselves probably a 5-1 lead. With Forze closing distance towards top mid, they've still left the bomb and banana in the hands of Flit. He's all alone there, but there's not too much worry. You don't expect Izako Boars to get aggressive and push down banana. That would be a little bit too much, especially with a 2-man advantage. That is where you play a little bit more passive, meaning that Forze are the ones with the weight on their shoulders. That gun barrel spotted. XZ Power is known to be up close. The angle's being watched. Even still, Panatek falls. Shot going to be connected on Neeks to at least slide him down low, but they have no idea that Maddie's up close. They're looking at Pit. They're looking at Long, but they have no idea Maddie's here. He only gets 1, though. And the bomb should now be planted. Into a 3 versus 2 with so little time, they get the bomb down safely. Even though Flit is low, so too is Neeks. And with an AWP in hand, if another player falls on the CT side, they may consider saving. If he falls without a trade, for sure. Flashbang goes through. Neeks is going to be peeking to drop the Molotov over towards Pit. XC Power now known to be over towards the right side at least. They've spotted Flit out. They need to try to get that kill. The AWP should be traded on. Neeks is chasing, but XC Power able to fall back and set up again. Finds himself a double kill and brings it 3-2. Forze connecting that round just about from a 3v5 deficit. They come out on top. A great recovery coming into that round. And now Forze, although Jerry's going to be on a Mach 10, they should have a free round. As Izako Boars are rocking in with just 2 pistols. Everybody else on the base pistols alongside no armor. And so a very easy connection for them to make. Especially with the Mach 10 in play. We'll look at Jerry for this round. He should be getting a lot done. Oh no, he's not spotted a player up close. Tessic's able to find the kill, reload the CZ, and now he poses a pretty great threat up close on banana. Not a player you want to be challenging. Swings out on Almazer, loses HP, but unfortunately Almazer still comes out on top in the duel, meaning the CZ won't get anything done. They are still pushing towards B, though. Going to go back and get the bomb. And considering it's the B players falling back, you do assume then that they're going to relocate onto A. No, they're pushing through underpass. They're sending me mixed signals right now. I don't know what's going on. Player comes from underpass to second middle, which means it's probably going to be a hit towards the B bomb site. Thing is, though, the guy that's pushing B is face crack. He's basically full HP. Neeks hiding up close. We'll see it from his perspective. No X-ray on. They're already over towards the pit. And look, what can you do? It's one thing I feel like is underused in general is the lack of X-ray. Obviously, for a spectator, it makes a lot of sense that we can see X-ray. But when you catch things from their perspective without it on, it just highlights how good they are. Because there's times where you see them peek. We know exactly where that guy is. They miss the shot just about, and you're like, you know, you see chat every now and then, you know, oh, what an idiot, how could you miss that, that sort of stuff. But then you look at it from their perspective, and the reaction is so fast, like to the point that you would peek out and not even see the dude and die, but they're already flicked and shooting. And it's something we take for granted for sure. It looks a lot easier when you can see where the opponents are, right? So I guess as well, it's always kind of hard to gauge when a player's made the right call, because you have to take into consideration, obviously, how much info they have, and just what from their perspective, from what they've seen, what the general play should be. If they don't know certain smokes have been thrown or something like that, if they're playing a little bit more passive, then it's harder to know what to expect, I guess. Oh no, running with a smoke out. Face crack's eliminated straight away. No chance there. He knew there were smokes down, so just took it for granted, I guess, that the bomb site would be safe to run towards. As we go into a 3v3, Flit and Jerry are both low. XE Power is only on 60 HP as well. So each fight that Izako Boars go into looks really good. Flit lit down to 18 as he goes for the bomb plant. No nades to deny it, though. A retake will have to go underway. Patatek's going to drop a flashbang over. That should blind pretty much everybody on the T side. There should be a lot of dabbing on the bomb site. Flit hiding behind back left is not going to be able to pick up anything as Neeks picks up 2. It's all on Jerry now. Swings out to try and find it, but no chance at all. 4-3. Still, Forze are looking pretty good with the amount of rounds they have on the board. Plus the bomb plant there gives them more money to buy into this round. The only player really that can't afford to buy is Face Crack, and I mean, Forze are a team that's pretty comfortable taking one player and a weaker weapon with everybody else full bot. Like we said before, they're a pretty aggressive team, so they don't mind. I would like to see somebody drop Face Crack one of those AKs, though. I mean, the dude's been playing really well across this series. I feel like that's where you can definitely increase your chances just a little bit in the round by identifying, okay, this guy is playing better than me. He should take the AK. I'll play support for him. I'll buy a little bit extra utility. I mean, both Almazer and Flit have got util to work with. They could buy, for example, instead of a frag grenade, an extra flashbang, and give the weapon over to Face Crack, and then play support for him. I think that would make a lot of sense. He could drop the deagle. But in the absence of it, they're going to be rocking in still 3 AKs and AWP. Early engagements haven't yet come in, but eventually Maddie's going to be the one to open it up. Quickly traded back by Flit. No refrags possible on the CT side, and now they want to just cut their losses and play further back. Neeks is going to hope to catch someone off with the AWP. Catches the shoulder of XE Power, but he's going to be taken down. After missing his shot, he was stuck in the open, and now a 3 versus 4. Oh, the banana aggression from Navrot. The smoke gives it away, though. I didn't know there was a smoke there when I looked. I thought he was going to push all the way through it behind them. And they should probably expect a player, like they'll expect one man to be B on the back of that smoke first of all. And they'll probably expect him to be close. Jerry creeping up. He checks close right, sees it's clear, checks close left, takes him down. A predictable play and one that they get heavily punished for. Forze now get access to the B bomb site. They've still got a smoke for the cross. Flashbang goes down. There's the small. That's a terrible smoke. Abysmal. There's a huge gap in it for Tesic to work around, but he runs right into the smoke. Trying to catch an angle, can't quite do it, and now it's time to go for the save. And hey, the gap might work out well. They could have caught him on the cross back as he was going for a save. But in the end, it's not to be. And Forze claim another round on the board and setting the foundations for a really good T side. Losing the pistol, but being 4-4 tied up. That looks really good for Forze. They've come into these buy rounds with prowess. There should be no... I forget the round history. I think, yeah, indeed, 2,400 for Izako Boars. No real money for them coming into this round. But they lost 3, 1-1, and then they're back here. So yes, indeedy. They force buy, which is something that's quite common on Inferno, especially after you've saved over weapons, but even without it. Inferno has the highest statistics for force buys on the counter-terror side out of all the maps. You can understand why. So many close range angles to work with. Tessa going for the peek down towards Banana. He's going to see if he can catch somebody off. Continues to aggress. Tucks into the corner. He just needs a flashbang now to come through from Navrot. He hears a player walking past him. There's no way they expect him here. I mean, I'm in disbelief that he's pushed up this aggressively. Almazer's here. Oh, no, he headbutts him. That's a little bit awkward. Not what you want to be doing. I couldn't swap over there, but we're over to Neeks. Holding down with the AWP, finds himself one. Now he's going to be smoked off, though. Oh, they botched the smoke. Trying to avoid dying to him. There's a gap. He can push around fairly safely. They've heard him scope up, though. Catches the shot. Maddie catches one in CT as well. And it's all on face crack. 1 versus 3. He's got to pull this clutch off. And after Neeks completely shredding them on B, they've left the A-bomb side open. So he's certainly got the opportunities. And if there was a player that I would want to have in this situation, it would either be XZ Power with an AWP or face crack. AK-47 in hand. A valiant attempt on the spam through the smoke. I think they've spotted face crack crossing through in the open. Just about saw his feet. He's losing 50 HP without taking any combat. Nade goes through to at least return some of the damage. Very little, though. Flashbang around. That's going to be fantastic! Only one, though, as Neeks comes out. USP in hand and happily finds that kill. Neeks has found 4 kills in this round and single-handedly almost won it for his team. Five to 4. Now, Izako Boars at this point. Higher game sound. Alright, dude. I'll hire up game sound just for you. Let me know how that is after this round. Keep an eye on it. Let me know how we're feeling, how we're looking, how we're jiving. By the way, I'm also just checking in the background that the next game is in fact cancelled. Let me double check. No, they haven't let me know yet. So I heard due to travel complications, Prosto versus Valiance was going to be delayed. It's still on HLTV though. So I guess more info on that when I get told. Hopefully we'll be able to cover it. God damn, there's a lot of games on right now. The minor qualifiers just started. Whew. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 games right now. That's a lot of Counter-Strike. Anyways, let's jump on into things. We're already seeing a little bit of combat go down over towards the B bomb site where Neeks is holding down with an AWP in hand, looking to get a little bit aggressive. Almazer. Oh no, don't line up! Oh my god. I could feel it. I could feel Neeks shooting. Connects one with the wall bang at least. Jerry goes down low. They're lucky it's not a wall bang collateral kill. But into a 4v4. Jerry and Almaze are both low. And you got to think about it, I suppose. With Forze getting so much controls towards long, they should look massively favored to win this, even with 2 players low. Because you would imagine that they'll catch Izako Boars off guard in the rotation. They've already isolated just 1 player. Maddie on the spam, not going to connect all too much. Now it's on to Patatek. He's been spotted. Sure, he wasn't damaged, but he can't re-peek that. Especially not with an MP9. So they're on the back foot now in the 4v4. Despite players being low HP, XC Power manages to light up Neeks. Flash goes over to try and allow for a peek to come through. A little bit late responding to it, though. Almazer's spotted, but he's head peeking the angle, so he's not going to be dealt with. Okay, face crack goes down, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Still into a 3v3. Time on the side of the terrorist. Shot connected by XE Power. Again, 1-for-1. This could get a little bit scary. Player in pit, though. The positional advantage is definitely in play for the T side. How does Neeks get out of there alive with 21 HP? I don't know, but he does nonetheless. And with it planted towards the back of the bomb site, we should be fairly safe to save there. Jerry is. Almazer made a little bit of a misplay. Running away. But standing over towards long will still kill you because of where the bomb was planted. And currently tied up 5-5. Forze definitely have the potential to close this out with a really, really significant scoreline for them. But it's not quite amazing yet. With the Izako Boars taking a force buy, things could swap back over in favor of the CTs, but it doesn't look to be the case. As with a little bit of banana aggression, they start the rotation towards A. Maddie finds one, but very quickly dealt with. Over on long. Nice damage to start it out by Navrob, but again, immediately traded before he can even find the kill on the back of it. Leaving Tessic to do it all with a CZ in hand, and although he'll make quick work of Jerry and Almazer, I don't think it's going to be the same when he comes up against Flit and Z-Power. Jerry, though, is the player holding down the apartments on 10 HP. He's got a player coming in to support him. It's Flit walking down the stairs, Mac 10 in hand. Tessic's eventually going to peek this. It doesn't even matter. Jumping around the corner, Flit finds the frag. And it's 6-5. Izako Boars now going for an eco. At least one would assume and hope. So, coming into this round, do we expect Izako Boars to win this? No. No, we don't. Not this round, and that puts Forze massively ahead. 7 rounds on the board, T side should be more than enough. And here's where I'm going to go back and check the previous game these guys played. So, I know I said it was 16-13, but I didn't look into it too much outside of that. Into the individual match stats, though, because it was a best of 3. It started out on Inferno. We saw, 4 rounds for Forze out of 14 that were played. So definitely a huge recovery from what we saw beforehand. You saw Forze winning no pistol rounds, still coming out with 13 rounds. It's pretty decent all in all. So taking a look at this one, you know, with a 6-5 lead, likely to be 7-5, although a lot of damage has been done by Izako Boars as I was glancing away. Or in a 1v2, I mean, Patatek should be saving, so it should be 7-5. You know, it's annoying. You watch all those rounds where they take just base pistols, and you're like, oh, maybe they have a chance. No, they don't. The one time you're like, hey, I'm going to go check something while they lose this round quickly. They're like, hey, 1v2. I'm gonna make it nice and close. Just to make you look like a dick. But it's all good. We're still rocking in with a 7-5 scoreline as predicted for Forze, and at this point I feel like they should have done enough to close this out. I don't think Izako Boars will... I mean, it's risky to say, but I don't think they'll have as good of a T side as we've seen from Forze to start us off. That said, they are looking to be on better form recently, and Forze have struggled on the CT side in the past. I mean, it's always their T side that looks better, so... Obviously not what we saw earlier up against Epsilon, but... Nice nade to go through. It doesn't find the kill. Tessic just avoids death. Nade towards bottom mid does some damage. Almazer down to just 73 HP. Tessic actually does get naded up, but only down to 12. That Molotov doesn't hit Navrod, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's safe. By the way, guys, let me know in chat, how's the quality now? Is everything okay? Is it laggy anymore? Like I said earlier on, if you guys weren't here, when we were covering the previous Forze game 2 hours ago, there was a lot of technical issues with Twitch. Some of their servers just went down completely. So I'm routing it through France at the moment, which seems to be stable enough. But depending on where you guys are looking from, it might be a little bit shaky. Lag's gone? Okay, perfect. Alright, great to hear, guys. I am très happy with that. Because I'm routing it through France, I had to do the little bit of a French. But yeah, that's decent. We're back on our 1080p grind. Forze got an easy bomb plant, easy round. Save goes through for Izako Boars. They've only got an M4, 2 FAMAS. Plural of FAMAS is FAMAS, by the way. I looked it up one day. Because I was saying FAMI, and Dean was saying FAMASes. So we had to come to a conclusion, and apparently officially it's just FAMAS. I don't know what auto director's doing there, but Maddie's trying to save over that weapon. Oh no, okay, that 1 extra second he was dead. Sorry about that, Rob. I have auto director on, but it's just dying sometimes. So I'm actually, hold on. Whoop. I'm gonna sit forward a little bit. We're gonna have to observe as well because I don't know what's wrong with it right now. It was fine earlier on, but it's just not getting the job done right now. There's aggression coming. So there was some aggression coming through. Maddie instantly got deleted when I flicked to him with a 180 flick from Jerry. Almazer picks up one onto Navrot, and that's Banana going to be taken. 2v4, 2v5 even. Am I spoiling it? Is it Spoiler City? Oh no, Neeks is getting spammed in through, but Facecrack is pretty low. Now at 2v4. Rigged. How did I know it was 2v4 early? Cheats. You got a CZ for Patatek. He should quickly take down Facecrack. It is a trade though. The swing actually works out for Face. Patatek even takes another... Oh god, he scared me jumping down there. On 11 HP. 1 versus 2. Forze... They could definitely hunt in this situation, but they need to be cautious that he doesn't find the kills quickly and then actually end up defusing the bomb. So it's that kind of trade-off situation that it's probably just not worth going for it. You're allowing them to save an op, sure. Or maybe they assume just an AK, but even if they knew he had an AWP, it's better to let him have that, considering they're going to have decent money in the next round, than to risk losing the round. I mean, over in the Asian qualifiers for... Yikes. Hunting down with that little time is definitely worth it, but you would imagine that they don't find anything because there's just so little time, but he was playing so aggressively instead of all the way back in the T-spawn. That's unfortunate. In the Asian qualifiers, there was a situation where, like, they had full B control. So the T's planted A, they rotated all the way through to B, and someone just shift-walked all the way through here, right past one of them, and defused. 1v5. It was disgusting. Jerry swings out. Low HP on Navrot, down to 23. That's not going to be good for the op. Considering he's glass cannon, though, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Like, if they land the first shot on you, you're missing most of the time anyways. Probably not if you're Navrot, because the dude's god, but for most people. Nade already deployed. Thankfully not towards dark. Nav would be having a bad time then. And Forze doing pretty well on the T side now. You gotta say 9 to 5. They're looking for a 10th. It would be a really nice bonus for them. But, not necessary though. They've already had a really good half. Considering the T side is where they really struggled last time that they took Izako Boars on. It was a 9-6 half, and they finished with 4 rounds. Yeah, indeed, 9-6 in their favor as they finished CT. Facecrack just wants to shoot his teammate. He got shot from behind and got a little bit scared. Manny drops the smoke to try and keep himself alive, but the problem is he can't really say anything about the bomb plant. Down to such low HP here. He's actually taken down by the Molotov. Didn't want to run out into the smoke. That's a little bit awkward. Jerry picks up one on the Navrod as well, so it should all be over now. Patatek 1v5, M4 in hand, catches one out in the open, but the trade is instantaneous. As Face Crack takes him down, it's 10-5. Forze with an absolutely phenomenal CT side. So, I guess it's worth mentioning, if you guys take a look in the chat, Moobot is just spamming away there with a giveaway that's going underway. A CZ yellow jacket. I've noticed I've typed MM and not MW. It's a minimal wear one. I don't know why I've got MM written there. The link was already taken, so I don't know. I've just decided it's now a minimal mare, I guess. So if you guys want to be in with a chance to win that, you can just click on the gleam.io link in chat or type !giveaway to get it posted again if you can't find it. But enough about giveaways. Enough about plugging the free skins. We're jumping into half number 2, where Forze, I mean, look at how things started out. Izako Boars were looking dominant. They won the previous time these guys played. Everything was starting to stack against Forze, and yet all of a sudden, they managed to swing over with a 10-5 lead. Out of nowhere. So to start us off, like I said, we're into the 10-5 as Izako Boars have taken utility. Tessik's got a Molotov and a smoke, and then Navrot 2 flashies and a smoke alele. Moving over towards the B bomb site, shifting on up. Jerry hasn't managed to react in time, so he's very quickly taken down to 56 HP. As the sole B defender, that's not ideal. He's going to try to defend all by his lonesome, and the problem is they're setting up for smokes as we speak. They're going to be throwing them over, leaving this player in CT to defend all by himself. Okay, Jerry comes over very quickly, pushing into the smoke. It's a ballsy play. With dual Berettas, I suppose he had a good chance, but with only 1 kill secured, I'm not feeling it. This retake will be very difficult to mount, as the Izako Boars have already got themselves locked in on the bomb site. Bomb planted, time ticking away. They haven't picked up the dualies. I don't know why. Obviously like the Glock more. Oh, the ass is spotted out. Matty actually avoids taking any damage as Almazer takes down Navrot. They nose the player over towards back left. Flit's being shot from Banana. It swings around to take him down. XC Power's there for the kill onto Matty as well. Bomb going to be tapped here. They've got to swing out to try and find this kill though. Neeks is going for the peak. As XC Power is super low HP, he's going to be body blocking, but that's not going to work all too well. And even though the kill's found, I don't think there's time anymore. I feel like we should have seen XC Power going for the defuse. Flit had the HP to challenge, but as he's taken down now, we're on 10-6. The Izako Boars get the pistol round on the board, and a nice little boost of momentum for them coming into half number 1. Half number 2. Round number 1, even. That's a hard one to lose. I mean, one player towards B was playing a little bit aggressive, spotted information, no push came down straight away. And I think that was pretty well played from Izako Boars to slow it down and not take it instantaneously on a rush. Because when they eventually did push, they found him all by himself. He hadn't called for rotations because you assume at that point that it's just going to be a fake. Why would they show themselves and then wait so long to push the bomb site? So you leave 4 players stacked towards A. And then when the Izako Boars push, like I said, easy peasy. 1-for-1 trade went down, but that's just fine. Push through long is at least seeing 1 kill go down for the CT side. Almazer from afar with the P250 might be able to catch Matty, but it's unlikely. The timing would have to work out really well as he swings in. Patatek's just watching the angle, taking him down. USB in play for Jerry. There's a pistol beside him on the floor, P250. See it there in the bottom left of your screen. But he doesn't get to pick it up, unfortunately, as he's taken down, going for the peek on long. It's 10-7. Izako Boars get another full buy in, but here's Forze's chance, their opportunity to close this out. After not going for a force buy round number 2, which is just a pivotal part of Forze's CT sides, you can see they're taking their opponents very seriously, so they only want to come into this with the strongest of economies. One thing I would maybe criticize is the fact they haven't gone for smokes, so we're going to see a much more aggressive playstyle in general, but the smoke going down from the T side towards the molly means that they're not going to be able to do anything. Boars have to wait and play a slower game, and now it's risky to go for later on aggression. They've only got 3 flashbangs left, so they need to make the most of them as they go in for pushes, and with 3 players towards B, they need to push pretty soon to get some information. It might even be too late. As Facecrack is about to be caught out on oh my god, okay. I don't know what I was going to say, on balcony. He finds 1, but that's it. That's all he can manage. Taken down straight away, and Izako Boars now have control of the A-bomb site, with the retakes having to come through. An AWP that's completely smoked out. XZ Power shouldn't be able to get much done. Izako setting up over towards Pit with 2 players, 2 on the site. They're playing this passive, they're baiting Forze in, not giving them opportunities to find kills. And if the time runs down a little bit lower, I think we're going to see a save come through. I mean, already XZ Power is wasting time looking for the flank, which is necessary if one was coming through. But as it isn't, they're just going to go for a save. They don't find any opening advantages, and that's one of the great upsides to playing so passive in post plans. You force your opponent to make the move, to make the first move. And with a fragile economy and definitely the ability to still lose this game, Forze don't want to make the first move unless they feel confident in doing so. Well, there's Neeks opening things up towards Banana again, leaving poor old Jerry as the sole defender towards the B bomb site. Fast enough rotations come in from Almazer, but Jerry's not able to find the kill, and Forze right now are just not looking good. Flash goes through to try and recover this. Great spray from Jerry. Takes down 2. He's now tucked in on the bomb site. Smoke goes down, stopping Izako Boars from aggressing further forward. Oh my god, Neeks takes him down through the smoke. Okay. Alrighty, he's looking for more. He might even get it. Almazer's there. He's very close to landing that if he scopes in. As the smoke eventually dissipates, now he knows there's a player towards the bomb site, so they can start to take a look there. But they want to back on down. Moving passively down Banana, moving in towards A. You do see Facecrack get aggressive here, though, with the Mag 7, so this could present a bit of an opportunity. As the Izako Boars evidently do want to take things towards A. 37 seconds. They haven't got much of a choice unless they're going to run to B. Coming in through the apartments. It comes back to what we said again and again, though. Forze don't have the best of CT sides. It's always the T that you look towards them to get things done, and this is just so unlucky for them. Execute comes down on B. They're probably going to think that that's going to be a full hit. Sure, only 1 set of utilities used, but they'd already used some earlier on. Facecrack's coming around for the flank. Neeks isn't checking it, though, so although the bomb plant goes down on A and they'll realize it pretty quickly, they know there's a player up close, so Neeks should be eliminated. USP takes him down. Free upgrade to an op. They can even take a double op setup and save it if they want. There's still one here, but they want to go for it. They want to push A in a 3 versus 2. I don't see why not. Well, they've just lost their op. The things certainly become a little bit more bleak for them. Flash goes through. Tessik's going to peek on the back of it, but Almazer just runs forward, sprinting and shooting. Matty is in a 1v1. He knows exactly where the final player is and takes him down as well. 10-9. Izako Boars closing in the distance, and now Forze don't have a lot of money once more. They might make the aggressive decision to go for a force, but Pistol's armor seems like the more responsible choice, I suppose. Hello. Apologies, I had to jump there for a little bit. And I forgot to unmute the microphone afterwards because I have a big brain. I'm really sad because I gave it my all there for the little 4-piece that came through. But it's okay. We'll move on. So I was trying to find out in the background there as to whether or not we're going to see the game between Valiance and Prosto. It's still listed up on HLTV, so I'm really not sure what's going on there because I was told it was going to be cancelled, but that means it should be gone by now. So, yikes. Let me just drop another message just to see. I'll let you guys know as soon as I do if we'll jump over onto that one straight after this or if we're just going to be leaving it to a little bit of a break before the game later on. Nice opening shot there for XC Power. He takes down Neeks, and we're into a 4 versus 5. 4 is holding down on the A-bomb side. Not looking all too shabby. Okay, there's another shot going to be held by XC Power. Coming in with the AWP and the big plays. As Almazer is going to be dropped. Look, a little bit of a weakened defense, but you have still got Jerry in position. He's always been a pretty good player for Forze, and he manages to find one, delaying long enough for Flit to find that. The game's scheduled for 4th of June on Esea. Yeah, indeed. I was told it was going to be delayed till then. It's just the fact that it was still on HLTV is kind of freaking me out a little bit. Let me just reload real quick. Yeah, it's still there, but again, I am operating under the assumption it's cancelled. So after this, we have Forze versus Sprout, a Mirage, in like 1 hour from now. So they've got a little bit of time to chill out at least. We all do. Wow, okay, Jerry's picking up 3 nade kill as well, coming through the Kobe. He's not going to find the ace. I was hoping he would. But it's not happening. KNR is talking about the Valiance versus Prosto game, which is coming up next. I think, let me double check, I've removed myself from that game as well. I don't want to be on it giving false hope. I have, okay, cool. I feel bad for the UCC studio and their Metzger. They've not been told. So they're still listed on it, waiting for it to start. The poor guys. Flash goes over in Banana, so Almazer's kind of forced off that angle. The smoke certainly didn't help affairs, though. Now playing passive towards the B bomb site. Izako Boars making some interesting economic decisions, it's fair to say. They're going to go for a very, very fast strategy. And that smoke did slow them down a little. Oh, no, that's a great flashbang. Jerry's able to pick up one and bail on out of there. Mac 10's now going to be swarming this bomb site. They have to go fast. That's the whole premise of this strategy. Patatek now going in for the reload. Almazer's able to find one, but Patatek chasing him down, sprays him through the smoke and lands another. Bomb plant going to be connected as well. And although it's 12-10 in favor of Forze, this round is definitely not in their favor. Cheeky strategy. Look at this flashbang going to go through from Patatek. It lands. Tesic peeks out, but Facecrack's able to evade by hiding behind the wall just in time. Although the flash goes through. Counter flash in play for the T side. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Not ideal, really. Especially not as XC Power is going to be left alone. 1 versus 2. AWP in hand. And he doesn't want to risk this. He hasn't really got time either. They can just run down the clock by evading him. And it's 12-11. Izako Boars with a CZ and 4 Mac 10s come out on top. Certainly an interesting situation. It's the first time in a long time I've seen that kind of buy come out, and definitely the first time in a long time I've seen it work. But nonetheless, Forze are able to get a full buy out here, but they're digging deep into their pockets. They've got 4 players unable to buy if they lose this round. So Izako Boars have got a great opportunity to actually reclaim the lead here. They haven't had it since like round 6 or 7. Maybe 7 or 8. XC Power swings out and takes down Neeks. There's the AWPer for the T side removed from play already. As we're into a 5 versus 4, Izako reclaim a little bit of control towards top mid. The Molotov stops any further aggression, and that smoke should do the same. They're all grouped up in the apartments as well. It's a play I gotta say it scares me a little bit. They're gonna pick up the bomb and move towards A, but there's so many choke points for them to push through if they only push through apartments. So I'm glad that we see them bail out of apps. And yes, Zemilsk? Something like that. Valiance versus Prosto is delayed until the 4th of June, apparently. Because there's travel issues with... I'm not sure who. Oh no, look at this position from Jerry! He's got all 3 of them! The spray down is so easily connected! And Panatek, last alive, is shut down by Face Crack. 13 to 11. My god. Sweet dreams as Forze takes a 13th. This is... I mean, that was a round that looked so good for Izako Boars. And maybe not so good, but it definitely didn't look too bad. They had the chance to reclaim the lead by just taking down the CT side. In that one round, they would force themselves... Or they would be up against the Nico in the next. But failing to check Jerry, failing to take him down, or even notice him. XC Power takes down Matty, and now just bailing on out over towards the A-bomb side. They're going to play a little bit more passive on the back of an opening kill. They might not have too much of a read on what Izako Boars' economy looks like, because although they've taken out AKs, it is a little bit of a 50-50 situation. You could very much justify pistols and armor coming into this round for Izako with AKs and utility, because they have very little util to work with here. But deciding to go for the AKs... I think Forze playing passive is more to cater towards if they had bought pistols. Navarone has a good read that there's going to be another player towards Pit peeking up on the ramp. Nice shot connected by Panatek. They know there's one in Graveyard as well. He's taken care of. Navarone doing the work, getting the information for his team and the kills, and the bomb plant will go down. Nobody hiding anywhere this time. They didn't clear Pit out, it's worth noting. They did spot and kill one player. There could have been another there, and it could have been another Jerry situation, but another sandbag situation. But luckily, that's not the case. Leaving us over 3 versus 4. The save for Forze. I'm really impressed with the Izako Boars and how they're playing right now. I think it does kind of feed into the fact that Forze have been pretty weak in general lately, and their CT sides definitely are not their selling point. And you can see that even in just how they've been playing so far today. We've got another game obviously later. The next one being Sprout versus Forze. And it's a little bit scary if they're playing on this form. I mean, Sprout are not a team that's going to give them a whole lot of leeway. So jumping into round number 26, I guess the question on our mind is, are Forze going to be able to recover from the situations we've seen again and again just be pulled against them? Amazer's trying to play towards sandbags. Great flashbang. Jerry's able to swing out and find one as well. Nade goes out, so no trade possible for Amazer, but he comes on through with another 3rd kill. Matty's in a 1v3. Torn apart, Izako Boars now have to hope for the clutch. Great shot connected. Matty avoids taking any damage and goes over towards the A-bomb site. Smoke down on the cross. He's going to commit to this. Facecrack knows it though. With the AUG Sid Mead in hand, he finds the kill. Swaps to an AK. And 14 to 12. Almazer being able to find the 3-piece in Banana is huge. Jerry found the opening but was instantly traded out, and again, a player that we've highlighted time and time again. He was our MVP over at Copenhagen Games and ended up getting the award. And we've seen him here, 27 kills on the board. The man is a monster. I remember when he got the, so we had like a vote backstage, the desk had a vote, and we all said, like, they were like, who's the MVP? And we all just went, Jerry. Like, unless something crazy happens in the finals, Jerry. And I remember when he got it, he'd been playing so well the whole tournament, and he just said, seriously? They're like, here's your MVP. He was like, really? It was so weird. He had like no confidence in himself. So are you sure I'm MVP, not someone else? It's really weird. Nice opening there. Z-Power getting the job done. Oh, Flit's got the angle as well. This is not looking good at all. Neeks and Tessic, 2 versus 3. They find the kill. Swing out from Flit's going to at least grant a further frag. He wanted to get that AK-47. But he doesn't want to peek out too much further because there's already Tessic holding down that angle, waiting for him to peek out so he can shut him down. Flit wants to go on top of this box. He really does. They've spotted him out at this point. Oh my god, XE Power through the smoke. 15-12. A situation that is growing ever the more dire. 3 rounds in a row needed for Izako Boars to find this. And at this point, Forze are on track to close it, despite what was definitely a close game. They now have 2 full buys between them and an overtime, alongside a pistol buy. Tessic, inside the smoke, picks up face crack on the nice swing out towards the balcony. But how much more do we need to ask from these guys? They have got pistols and scouts. Oh my god, XE Power loses the fight in middle straight away. The headshot connected with the scout. He's not going to be happy with that. We still have Jerry, the star player, left alive. And he's actually pushed up close in Banana. They're all here. He's up against pistols. This is a very risky play. I think he kind of realizes that as the smoke dissipates. So he bails back over towards the top Banana. Now push coming over towards the A-bomb site. Almazer's already been eliminated. Flit hiding though. Sneaky beaky plays. Jerry starting the rotation. Hasn't been heard just yet, and Flit's just going to wait. He's going to bide his time. They shouldn't suspect him to be hiding on the bomb site like this. But they do. Matty still takes him down, leaving Jerry 1v5. And although he's a good player, and certainly no question about that, he doesn't feel too confident in winning that fight out. So here's the problem though. Panatech actually spotted him, making his way in towards construction. So they know that he's towards B. He finds one, but they're swarming him. They can afford to hunt here. And they lose 2, sure, but they've already got a bonus in saving over these weapons, winning the round and getting a bomb plant. So they've plenty of money. They don't really care. Because they're not going to be well, I mean, if they lose a round, it's over. So they don't need to worry about future-proofing their economy. And there are only 2 rounds left in the half. Forze, on the other hand, do need to think about the future as they go in for pistols here. P250s in the hands of Flit, Jerry, and XE Power. Jerry gets lit up towards B early on, and it's not like Forze should get much done here. I still do want to see Izako Boars playing it together. They are pushing forward a little bit more than I like. Neeks doesn't know if there's more players here, so he could be overpeaked. Waits for his teammates, though. Molotov towards the back really forces Jerry out of that angle because he's so low. Flank coming up through Banana is going to be spotted. Neeks picks up one, but there's a lot of pistols here to take him down. One by one, though. It's like a shooting range. He's picking them apart. Jerry is the only player towards the bomb site. He's low. So this should be 15-14. They've left 2 players here, obviously. They know that there's still a player towards B. Jerry's not playing for an injury. He hasn't got a kit, has no time really at this point. What he's trying to do here is just to find the kills on the exit. Make it a little bit more costly for Izako. Nice shot onto Tessic. I think he'll still escape with his life though. Yeah, indeed, fairly comfortably, only losing 2 HP. It's 15-14. Forze are on the verge of getting themselves a victory, but this is their final full buy unless we're going to see an overtime coming through. A pause comes in, and this is going to be presumably Forze calling it. It's a super important round for them. They don't want to find themselves in an OT. Definitely a team I would say have a lot of tilt potential. Oopsie daisies. Just hit my microphone out of the stand. We're looking over towards the A bomb site as the push is going to swing on in there. Flit has got himself an AUG. He's trapped over towards long though. All his teammates have abandoned him. Smoke goes down on the cross, so he molotovs to make sure they can't push and gain any ground without at least worrying about long. The smoke will be close to dissipating as they go, so Izako Boars need to now make a decision. Do they throw another smoke towards it? Which they've got plenty of. They've still got 4 to work with, but then they're kind of committing a lot of utility towards A. It looks like that's the plan, though. They're stacking up, setting up their smokes outside. And this could be a little bit unfortunate for them because you can see that there are actually 4 counter-terrorists here. Starting out with Z-Power, holding down over towards short. He's got an AWP in hand. Oh, but hold on. Neeks drops the Molotov. That should indicate it's going to be a bit of a hit towards B. Jerry's not hearing any steps yet. Eventually he does, but they're barreling towards him. Flashbang goes through. He's going to try to get some kills in the back of it, and they're looking right at him. Playing counter flash as well. Now retake on B is necessary. Again, the 4-man stack towards A just does not work out for Forze, and an overtime is looking likely unless Forze can pull off this 4 versus 5 retake of the B bomb site. And that means the Izako Boars are going to have to make some mistakes. Tessic goes down early. Okay, at least an opening frag found. They can upgrade towards an AUG, actually, not an AK. Closing in the distance, though, there's so little time. They have to push fast. They have to find these kills, and they're very quickly torn apart. It's all, like, with Almazer dying, it's over. XC Power had to just charge in and no-scope 3 people, essentially. Even then, he probably wouldn't have had time. So 15-15, we will hit an overtime. As Forze managed to bring us all the way, despite having a really convincing terrorist side. They're, again, just not able to close it out. And this has been a consistent thing for them recently. They've looked on really poor form. Considering the fact that they finished with 10 rounds on the terrorist side and can't close out Inferno CT side against a Izako Boars, a team that they're massively favored to beat. It's a rough sight to behold. So yeah, just 100% confirmed there that the Valiance game is going to be taking place on the 4th. Yeah, the 4th of June. So it will not be today, so there is going to be a break between this and the next one. So Bandito's next match is at Is it a 19 CST? I think. Let me double check. Yeah, indeed, 19 CST. It's Forze taking on Sprout a Mirage. So there will be, whenever this ends, presuming that this doesn't go all the way through the night, there'll be just a small break between them. Hello, Mick. Mick, you are. I prefer broadcaster dude though, just for future reference. No, the games always stay on scheduled time. So well, I mean, if this goes late, it will be later because Forze will want a break. But for example, earlier on we were late getting into alternate attacks versus Spirit because they're all organized separately. So it's like if you guys ever played Esea Intermediate or anything like that. The way you organize your games it's the same for this. So because they're organized separately, we can't tell them to delay the game, and they don't even know if they're going to be streamed or not, so they don't know to delay the game. So they just start on time. So if one game runs overtime, which the initial Forze game did, then you're late to the next one. And you just got to jump in the middle of the game, which is unfortunate because we get a lot of mad people coming in from the other, because obviously it's listed on both HLTV pages, coming in going, why not start the game? It's like, well, because can't really just close this one off early. My favorite comment I've ever seen though was, it was a best of 3 and they won 2-0. Someone just came in like as it ended going, why game is over? It's like, because they won. Like what? So starting it out, I'm tabbed out. That's why I was trying to switch over to XZ Power, but it wouldn't let me. Calvin with Valiance, they're traveling to Berlin at the moment, so they're not able to play until the 4th because they've got another event. Travel difficulties. Izako Boars taking early man disadvantage. So we're into a 5 versus 4. Force of Almazer holding down Banana though. So at least it's not as passive as a hold as we've seen from Jerry playing in CT spawn. Oh, but he's not able to hit the shot. Hasn't got a Molotov or anything to work with. Great wall bang though onto Navrot. Smoke goes down. No, he needs to get out of there. The shot's just a little bit mistimed. Jerry rotates in to help out. Only finds one again. Leaving Almazer to do the work. One on the board. Looking for more. Misses the shot. Molotov out. He has to go for the peek and he finds one. Looking for the second. Can't stay alive though. That Molotov was ticking away at him. Anix eventually takes him down with the AWP. Now into a 1v3. Spots out one towards construction. Getting a bomb plant now is pretty much impossible unless he gets free kills, which XC Power is happy to oblige and gives him one. Flitz being pushed in on. Neeks finds that kill as well. No idea where Face Crack is though. Still, things got very close. A lot closer than they should have. One round on the board for Forze, but still plenty more to go. 3 AUGs and 2 ops is the setup that they've chosen to roll with. And looking over towards B again, it's going to be Jerry and Almazer holding down. Boost up on top. Almazer's going to try to catch a kill as they get a little bit aggressive on Banana. Nade goes down. Doesn't do too much damage. Navrod up close though. Is vulnerable to a wall bang and certainly vulnerable to an op shot right to the chest. 4 versus 5. Forze have an advantage to play with. Now, they've lost situations like this before, though. We've seen them throw away 2-man advantages. The head spotted. Face Crack's able to take Patatek down into a 5 versus 3. Neeks, Maddie, and Tessic are the ones to try and get this done. As Neeks goes down, things become less and less likely. Tessic swinging out, though, catches one in Graveyard. The pincering as well. Maddie's coming up behind. He's going to push through that smoke. Flit is watching it back and forth. The timing works out for him as he lands it. It's all onto Tessic. Coming out. Oh my god. Okay, Jerry. He was coming out on middle, but instantly got shut down. And 17 to 15. Forze are looking good. Finally recovering their CT side. But will it be the same situation on their T? Will they still be able to come out with a dominant amount of rounds, or is this going to be a GG and another OT? Very fast push towards Banana. Jerry's in position to try and find some, but only lands the one kill. Almazer coming out, has to pull the P250. Now back with the op, goes for an aggressive peek, and it works out. Tessic goes down. Maddie's low HP as well as they push on forward. Down goes Patatek. All the full HP players dying to this AWP. Flit comes through to take Maddie, and Neeks dies elsewhere. 3 rounds out of 3 for Forze. I mean, what a fantastic performance in overtime, half number 1. Now Izako Boars are on the back foot. They've got to win 3 out of 3, and remember, in half number 1 of this game, they only found 5 rounds on their counter-terrorist side. And 4 of those were within the first 5 rounds. So in terms of full buys, they only won once. Twice, maybe. It's not ideal. And it's very rare that we see a team come back from a 3-0 half and bring it to an OT. It is map dependent on Inferno. I think if you're losing out your T side 3-0, you have somewhat of a chance. But mostly I would just say it's like Train and Nuke and probably a Vertigo that you will see this situation being not too bad. Right now this is a terrible position for Izako Boars, and they know it. Izako going to try a 3-man stack towards Banana. Early nades going down. Lots of Molotovs. Well, the map is called Inferno. Great grenade going through. So much damage done. Jerry's down to 43 HP already. So the nade usage certainly goes their way to start us off. Navrot's the one to find the opening kill on the AWP. Tessik's quickly taken down. So too is Navrot. B-bomb side open. The Molotov from Maddie is going to be cut off a little bit by the smoke, but it should still be majority. No, it's actually completely cut off. That's really unfortunate for him. As they're able to close in the distance early on, Maddie picks up one. Swinging around, though, Jerry takes him down. Re-smoking it. They should be able to get the bomb planted, but it's all the way down towards the bottom of Banana. I've only just noticed. Almazer's going to be picking it up and running the gauntlet. A little bit over-aggressive from Jerry there. Peeks into an AWP. Smoke goes down to allow for the crawls to come through. They're going to go for the boost. This is going to work out really nicely, timing-wise. Patatek spots out Almazer and finds the kill. Z-Power now knows where both of them are. Oh, he misses the shot! It's so rare for Z-Power to miss that. Connects it on the op, but he's been double-peaked. No chance. And the Izako Boars walk away with that round. If Z-Power hadn't have missed that shot on the boost, it could have been over already. But Izako Boars buy themselves at least a little bit of an opportunity to close this out. $16 to 18. Forze again, obviously on a full buy. It is overtime. 16k goes into your bank account. Very hard to run all that down unless you're buying ops, full armor, full util every round and losing. Neeks takes down Almazer to start us off. A man advantage for the CT side. Forze are not going to be happy with the position they've now found themselves in. Over towards long. You've got Navrot holding down, supporting his teammate, but Maddie, tucked in the corner, is the one we're looking to get a lot of this damage done. Navrot holding down on the angle, is going to take opening peek. He doesn't find the kill, but Maddie's there then to find 2! Looking for a third, not able to land the spray down, but Jerry's in a 1v3. He's already got 1 kill on the board. He needs a 4K to finish this off and actually finds another kill. On 51 HP, this is doable. Plank goes open for short. Smoke towards long, but where will he... Oh, he hears them. He's got the information in his hand. Spray down, but it's not there. Neeks on 19 HP. Gets the defuse, gets the clutch. in the 1v1, and it's 18-17. We are actually looking towards another overtime with some realm of possibility. I thought that was going to be it. It really looked like Jerry had it. One bullet away. Jerry disconnects. Okay. Maybe he thought it was GG too. I'm sure he'll be back in a moment. I think one of them was having technical issues beforehand. Hopefully he's not blaming his internet now, but we'll see. He should be back momentarily. And looking towards it, like, Forze, it's hard to kind of pinpoint what they need to do differently from the previous round. They just got picked apart. Even when they went in for double peaks, they were being double peaked and losing the duels. But one thing I can say is in the first round of this, they really had it. Jerry got a little bit over aggressive, lost to the hop. They played 1 by 1 into the hands of the counter-terrorists. And then XC Power missing his shot. And 2 rounds in a row there where you're relying on a player not connecting that one bullet that could have completely changed the round. And that's almost more frustrating for Forze, to be in a spot where you're having a really nice opportunity to close it out twice in a row, and then you're not connecting it. And now with the possibility of another overtime coming through. Not too sure how long the oh, there we go. I was gonna say how long Jerry needs to get back up and running, but it looks like he's ready to bounce on in. Let's take a look at ping wise. I think everybody's looking pretty decent. So another full buy coming out from both teams. Obviously, they've got plenty of money coming into the final round. There's a lot of pressure on Izako Boars. They need to close this out, and they know they need it. Okay. We've got our water, we've had our tea. Jerry's had a stretch, I guess. Let's see if they're warmed up and ready to go. As over towards Banana, early peek comes through. It's Neeks looking to find an opening on that ult, but he's not landing anything just yet. Going up on top of the smoke, though, is where we could definitely see some impact. XC Power is going to be caught towards the bottom of the ramp. Opening kill goes the way of the counter-terrorists. Molotov down to bottom Banana. Neeks is going to hold in. Stand fast with his AVP. He is all alone at this point, so he's very vulnerable to a straight rush, but I don't think they'll be rushing anything just yet. They want to play it a little bit safer. Opening shot goes the way of Neeks. Smoke down on the cross as well. He's back towards B with a 2-man advantage for his team. Face crack quickly pulls it back to just a 1-man advantage for the CTs. Smoke down, but he should know there can be a player underneath him. Naded down to 20. This is a very difficult spot to work from. Down goes face crack as the push comes through short. It was a little bit of a premature jump down. We're going to go to another overtime. Almazer's in a 1v4. He's got to pick this up. Goes towards Pit and actually connects that shot. Okay, he can get the bomb plant now. I was assuming they'd peek out and Pit it immediately and get that trade, but with an AVP, he can actually do this. The timing could work out really poorly for him, but he goes down towards long. He's going to take that peek. Neeks is walking up. Catches the angle, though. Catches the information a little bit earlier. And we're 18-18. We are all tied up. 18v18. Second overtime to come through. Ain't no rest for the wicked. And Forze just can't catch a break. Unable to close this map out against the Izako Boars after 3 rounds over on their CT side. their T side fails for them. In two situations where they had a really nice shot to close it out. So I guess while we're waiting for these boys to ready on up and jump into the game, no better time to talk about the fact that we've got a giveaway going on the channel, guys. It's a small giveaway this time, just a CZ yellow jacket, just to prove how much better it is than the Tech 9, or to celebrate how much better it is. If you want to be in with a chance to win that, just type !giveaway in chat, and a link will come up to gleam.io, which will bring you to the entry page, so you can enter. All you got to do is like follow the Twitch and stuff like that, and it's easy peasy wins. If it goes well, if there's a lot of entries, we might go towards giving away a knife. We'll see. Given away AUGs in the past, but we might go for a bigger one. It might be easy peasy to win a CZ yellow jacket, but it might not be so easy to win this game. We've been going on for the guts of 2 hours at this point, and these boys are showing no shines? I don't know what I'm even saying anymore. No signs of slowing down. As we move into it, 18-18, Izako Boars start out on their CT side, AWP in the hands of Neeks, and they've got a little bit of aggressive banana control, or at least they did. They threw some utility, they're spotting it out, they're seeing if anybody's there. They spot one towards bottom ramp, so leaving two players here to try and deal with him just in case a rush is coming. The T side grouped up towards top middle. You've got control towards long, semi-control anyways, but you do have to be careful as Forze attempt to make their way through there. You've got Tessic holding down the angle with an AUG in hand. Smoke goes over it. That's a little bit of a wide smoke though, I think. Tessic still has an angle to go around, but he decides to go through to the arch. Going to try to find a kill there. The thing is, though, rotation's already coming in pretty heavily towards B. You've got to watch out in the smoke, though. They're not expecting it. XC Power spotted out and ready for the peak. Neeks is finding that kill, and Flitz unable to do anything in CT. Izako Boars now up by 1. Remember, the CT side is where, in overtime, both teams have looked better. In regulation, both teams have looked terrible. So it's an odd one. Both teams were losing the majority of their buy rounds on the CT side, and then in regulation, and then coming into overtime, which is nothing but buy rounds, they're winning literally all of their CT rounds so far. Navrat takes down XZ Power. Things are not looking all too good into the 4 versus 5. Boars again on the back foot. They're trying to group up towards Banana to take this push. And at least they are only finding 2 players here. That's somewhat of an upside. Utility being deployed towards A. So Izako Boys have no information to work with. Absolutely no idea where these T's are coming. And it looks like it is going to be towards B. Almost definitely. They're stacked up. They're ready to throw over the util. And here it comes. Nades over. No damage to be connected on the back of them. Neeks holding down towards the back of the bomb side. Baited out with the shot. He's not going to be connecting it. Jerry's able to trade out one. They now know Neeks is towards dark. Re-peeking, that's going to be dangerous. He's down to 14 HP. Through the smoke. Flit's able to take down Tessic as he aggresses. And it's a 3 versus 2. Forze gain control of the bomb site. Now just have to play post plans, effectively making this a CT side round for them. So they should feel fairly comfortable. As the Izako Boars come in through their spawn to attempt this retake. Obviously, you go for it. No point saving over weapons in this situation. But out in the open, Maddie's taken down straight away. And with Patatek being last alive in 1 versus 3, I don't think he's going to be too long for this world. Jerry peeking up on top of the yellow boxes makes sure of that. And 19-19. Forze finally finding some footholds on their terrorist side. It's only taken them 5 rounds to get one on the board. Right now, both teams are a little bit shaky, a little bit inconsistent. So it's hard to predict where this ends, but right now with a 1-1 scoreline on their T side, I feel like Forze are looking a little bit better. They've pushed towards an A bomb site, which is mostly weakened, but the rotation comes on through. This could be a little bit dangerous because we're already seeing Maddie peeking out, finds 1 kill before eventually being eliminated. Trade goes through even further, but the nade from Panatek, the Kobe onto Almazar. Although the bomb plant does go down, you've still got a player to deal with in pit. Patatek holding down here, has to be cautious though. He can be pushed in. What? They're not even conscious of it. Flint wasn't even looking towards him. 3 versus 2. Bomb planted. XE power low. So is Jerry. Patatek's in position to find this, but the push comes on through, leaving XE power all alone. AWP in hand. He finds 1. Navrot awkwardly deals with him. Takes quite a while, but eventually a second round secured for Izako Boars. And they close in on a victory, but the problem is they found none of their T-side rounds before, so we're definitely going to see Forze in with a chance to close this out. So 20-19, Forze have got 1 round on the board. They need to find a total of 3, a flawless half to finish this out. Whereas Izako only need to find 2. It's whoever gets to 22 first, or if we finish 21-21, we hit another OT. Some great bunny hopping skills from Navrot. On display. They're looking beautiful. Who are we waiting on? Who's AFK? That's the real question. Look at these guys. Weak bladders. Pathetic. I wonder what the longest game of CSGO was. Well, I remember covering one, which was... No, I remember seeing one. I was really lucky to not be covering it. It was like there were 2 games on. They asked me which one did I want to cover. I picked one, and it went to overtime. And I was like, God damn it. Such a long game. Because it was the last game of the night, and it was a super late night. I think I'd done like 10 hours or something. So I was like, why can't I get one short game? So that ended up being overtime. And then I woke up the next morning, and the guys that were on the other channel were like, yeah, the final score was like 48-46 or something like that. It was ridiculous. That was in one of the ESL tournaments. Let me check. Six overtimes, 88 rounds. Says the longest single game of Counter-Strike according to the first Google result I found, which was from 2015. So I doubt that that's true anymore. And here I can see it was like, I'm gonna mute the VOD and go to the very end. This poor guy. 46-42 by the looks of it. That's nuts. Oh, sorry. Smacking my microphone around. But yeah, I don't know if that's actually true anymore. Obviously there was a game that long, but I think there were longer games. I'm pretty sure. Although maybe that game, I think the game I'm talking about that I saw was 44 to something. So it wouldn't have been longer. Drop microphone. I just punched it. I was moving my mouse and I just punched my microphone. Because it's on an arm. I just moved my whole setup around so it's in a different position than it normally is, so I keep hitting it. I'm really sorry. I should probably lift it up higher, but I'm too lazy. We're into a 4v3. Izako Boars on the T side. It was a UKCS game, yeah. Izako Boars got to make this comeback happen. Remember, Forze need 3 rounds in a row, so that's a difficult ask. They did it before in the first overtime, but that doesn't really send any indications of whether it's going to happen again or not. You better be sorry. Hey, mate, I'll smack my microphone around all this. I do what I want, man. And once I get off this, I'm going to have a message from the Esea admins. Can you please not punch your microphone on stream anymore? They're taking this so slow. 18 seconds. I'm not a fan of this. I really hate seeing teams run down the clock because, like, you're not going to sell a fake like that. Okay, they're splitting through CT, but they literally have 10 seconds. They have to push. They have to go fast. Almazer's got an AWP. Misses the shot, but the bomb's down. No time. And just like that, I mean, they literally have to kill Face Crack and Z-Power. They can't do it. It's really sad. Caster is wannabe alpha. Yes. Am I underwater? I hope not. If you are, please emerge. I think the longest you can hold your breath is like 5 minutes in history. Someone Google what the world record is. I remember seeing a guy, he like lies down, you gotta be perfectly still. Literally, if you think, it makes you need to breathe faster, so you gotta just clear your mind. That's why Dinko's really good at holding his breath. Hey. David Blaine held his breath. I don't think he should count. That man's an animal. So if one of these teams wins 2 rounds in a row, they manage to win out the map. If not, it's going to be 21-21 and another overtime, and I may pass out. So let's, I don't know, like, it must be crazy hard to play this much Counter-Strike. Especially, like, Forze have got 3 games today, at least, that I'm covering. So I don't know how many games they have overall. I didn't check if they have any others. Like, imagine the toll it takes on you. They basically have to go straight into their next series after this. After like 2 hours straight on Inferno. And if they lose, it must be so demotivating. 1-for-1 trades to start it off. Lit's going to be taking down Patatek as Navarro closes in on short. He catches the angle on a face crack with a wallbang headshot and brings it down to a 2 versus 3. But he's so low on HP right now. And with the Molotov still in play on Almazer, Tessic takes the same amount of damage. Now just above 20 HP on each of them. It's a very easy set of kills to be connected. Just one. Oh no, Navarro finds that kill. He's got an AK-47 in hand. One-shot headshot definitely going to be possible. 15 seconds. Almazer doesn't need to peek. I don't know why he's strafing out here. He knows Navarro still needs to plant that bomb. He's going to commit to the plant. Almazer knows it now, and he knows where he is. Spots him out. The spray down's a little bit awkward. Connects a headshot to him through the box, though. 1 HP left. He's so low. 7 bullets. Eventually, Almazer finds the kill, but my god, that was close. And now on 21-24s are on the verge of taking this. Playing video games as a job must be hard. I mean, yes, it must be. Like playing American football. You're just playing a game. Like, it takes a lot. These guys got to practice non-stop. A lot of them don't get to have, like, lives. You're on the road so much as well. I mean, if you're a top-level player, you're traveling so much. Obviously, they make a lot of money, but you take a lot of hits to your personal life for it. It's definitely a difficult profession to keep up. And you got a lot of pressure as well. I mean, like, you think about it, your best friends are probably the 4 guys you're playing with, and they might kick you at any point if you're not playing too well. Yeah, I saw Boombitch join Navi. That's pretty cool. That's been in the works a long time. So Izako Boars closing in the bomb site. Great flashbang. XC Power's not able to get the damage done. Pushing over towards Long, though. Gotta be careful. Jerry's in position! He's already got 2 clean headshots with the AK, and he bails on out of there, leaving over a 2-man advantage for his teammates on A to work with. Technically a 3v3 on A, so an even enough situation. But as Izako Boars barrel forward, they lose Maddie, and things start to look even worse for them. Patatek holding out over towards the apartments, has to make a move, but they're relying on Neeks doing something with the AWP first. They've got to play together over towards short. Okay, going down towards bottom banana. That's an interesting play coming through from Neeks. He's got to check up close, though, and I don't think he will. Nade out. Jerry takes him down and finishes it off 22-20. Forze have finally managed to close the game out. That is it, the end of that match, but they are not spared just yet. They've got another game coming up in just a couple of minutes, about 18 or so, 17 minutes and 8 seconds, nobody's counting, up against Sprout. That's going to be an interesting one because they really haven't looked all too fly recently, and now coming up against some pretty difficult opponents. I think this is going to be probably one of their harder challenges that they're going to face today. So they better recover. They better sit down, calm themselves, and get into a good mental headspace. We're going to take a quick break before that, guys. Going to go grab some drinks, some food, and chillax. Before that, though, we're going to take a very... Well, I said we're going to take a quick break. We're going to have to remind you of something. That's what I was going to go for. I forgot. I'm been working too much. It's a long day. I'm actually working tonight at 11 p.m. until 7 a.m. So that's going to be fun. We got the Chicago stuff coming. But we'll squeeze in one more game. The Forze versus Sprout before that. Excuses. God damn it, Louis. You know I'm not good with words. Leave me alone. So I'm just going to mention real quick, we have still got that giveaway going on. It's on for another couple days, so you guys have got plenty of time. It's like 30 days or so. For a CZ yellow jacket, make sure to enter for a chance to win that. If you can type / giveaway in chat to get a link to the gleam.io where you can enter a couple different ways. And if it goes well, if we get a lot of entries, we'll probably swing over and do something along the lines of a knife giveaway or definitely a more expensive skin giveaway. But we're just messing around a little bit with a small one, intermediary, before we're doing some bigger tournaments. So I'm going to take a quick break. Catch you guys soon. Have yourselves a little relax and be back here in 15 minutes for the next game, Forze versus Sprout.